Hello, my name is EkelloPhoto, and this is EkelloPhoto. And today we're going to go through my Midjourney collection. I have been working in Midjourney. It's an AI program that creates things from your words. So all you have to do is have a creative mind and the ability to kind of direct the AI, and you too can create certain things through something called prompts. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to go to my Lightroom and we're going to look at several of the pictures that I have been working on. Some of them are variations on the other things, but that's on purpose because the way the AI works is that you feed it a prompt, tell it to, I'm about to show you this one, a African male in a traditional robes, elderly man. And it started to create different variations of what it thought I liked. I started in another program creating things with Stable Fusion and Dolly, but then I took some of those same exact prompts and some of those pictures and used those as the basis of what you're about to see. Okay, here we go. This is, it's not the first picture that I did in Midjourney, but it is one of the most impressive pictures that I've done. Okay, so here we go. Hope you enjoy. This right here is an old man, a very old man, and it looks photorealistic. I don't even know what to say about this except that it's absolutely a beautiful picture, and it's exactly the type of picture that I was wanting. I remember saying to myself, I wanted something with beautiful lighting, and the robes are exquisite, and his hair is almost exactly perfect, and the way that he fades off. I mean, and let's just keep going, okay? Here we go. Here are variations on all of these same things. And let's see here. And as you can see with each one of those pictures, it's just a little bit different, just a little bit different. Another variation. Now, this was the original variation. So these are all variations on the same thing. And these are all variations of my prompt. So these are all from the actual prompt. It created all of these men from the prompt. It's pretty cool. I like the guy in the lower right-hand corner, but he just, I don't know, it just didn't hit me right. And the guy in the upper left-hand corner and the guy in the upper right-hand corner really pulled out to me. And I even did the guy in the lower left-hand corner also, and I don't know if I have any examples or if I pulled those in, but let's take a look. As you can see, this is an upscaled version. On Midjourney, after you create the thing, the actual prompt and do the thing, you can upscale that, and that creates way more detail and everything. So this way it gives you an opportunity to just take a look at what you might want and the variations that you might want. And you look at those and you kind of determine whether or not you want to go deeper into it. And this is deeper. This is a prompt for a African American, maybe even like a African warrior princess in a field with her horse. These are great variations on it. I should have picked the one up in the upper right-hand corner, but I did not. I ended up picking this one. And I really like it. I mean, look at the detail in the horse's hair as it cascades over its head, and that ornament on the back of the horse. What in the world? And this is all created from my prompt. And I have a bunch of prompts that I've been creating, and I can actually go back and look at all of my prompts and copy and paste them all into things so that I can have a record of exactly what I said and exactly how we got this picture. But I might not ever be able to create this exact picture again, but I can create a persistent character from this outfit and that horse. So I can take those two elements and this whole thing, and because of AI, I can actually just put her in anything I want to. This right here was a cutaway. I decided to do a black and white kind of architectural cutaway of spaceships. And this is what it gave me. And I really like it. Um, the one that sang to my soul was the one in the upper right hand corner. I just love the symmetry of it and the whole 9 yards. And so I printed it out. And then that right there is not printed out. I made a upscale version of it. And as you can see, nope. Let's see here. If we zoom in, you can see that it loses the detail, and all of a sudden this thing starts breaking down. Let's go on to the next one. Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn in an embrace. You'll see something weird though. Look at their arms. Right there in the middle is their arms are the same arm. They are not embracing, they are Siamese twins. Sometimes the AI does not get it right. All right. And that's just one thing, by the way. The AI is not always right. It's just not going to be always right. But you can coax it and move it and squish it and do things to it to make it better. So that's what I really enjoy about it. As you can see here, I wanted to do a bunch of like police headquarters with police cars out front and futuristic police cars out front and in the future, and drones in the air, all of that stuff. So that's what I did. And in doing that, I started to look at the one in the upper right-hand corner. I thought to myself, I want to see some variations on that one. So I did some variations. Didn't like any of those, but I did arrive at this one, which is one of the first ones, and it's got this little Getty's Images thing on it, and it's just too funny to me. But it's a great. I mean, seriously, it's an honestly awesome picture, and it looks like a headquarters from the future. It just does. And more variations, and this is an upscaled. So the things that you see are big. They're upscaled versions of these pictures. So, and another one. And see, you can change the style a little bit, just a little bit between the two, and it's just it. I love the arrow pointing down thing. It's great. Okay, now. Yeah, I wanted to create some pictures of Storm from the X-Men. And so I started experimenting with her archetype, which is a black woman, a beautiful black woman with white hair and blue eyes. It gave me not one of these as her with blue eyes, but the one in the lower right-hand corner is probably the closest with the light eyes. I took the one in the upper right-hand corner and I made variations of it. I wanted to see what she would look like with some more variations. And they even gave her in the upper upper left-hand corner blue eyes. And so that's a variation, and then I did a variation of this, which is another one of them over here. I did some variations on that, but none of that jumped out at me. Even though I could still go back and upscale any of these, even though the one in the upper right-hand corner, if her eyes weren't so crazy. I love the quality of the fullness of her lips. I love the way her nose is. It's just very interesting, but it didn't seem like I should take a chance on upscaling something like that. Okay, now we might go back to the other ones, but this was my first attempt with Midjourney version 3 to make what I considered dirigibles and, future airships. And that's how they turned out. Not very impressive. That, on the other hand, is version 4 of Midjourney. And it's beautiful. Look at this. I just don't even know what to. Now I also changed styles up, and uh, I said airships in Seattle, floating over Seattle, and it gave me the weirdest Space Needle I ever wanted. Another weird Space Needle. Another weird Space Needle. it's I just I cannot. Uh, and variations on that one because I thought it was so cool. Even put like in the upper right left hand corner, they put a wheel, which we actually have a wheel here. This is more art that it generated. I liked it, but I wasn't blown away by it. Now I wanted Seattle in 50 years in the future. And I gave it a specific style and everything, and this is what it came up with. I mean, that ain't Seattle, but I guess it could be a little. There are some buildings that really do look like Seattle's skyline. And then that's pretty cool. And that's pretty cool. And they really got the Space Needle right in both of these, which they did not in the earlier one. And this one is pretty cool. I actually love this one the most. I love this one the most. And it's mostly because I can get rid of that logo really quickly in Photoshop. And the way it trails along the water it just looks really cool. And very representative of what Seattle actually is right now. Spaceships, more cutaway spaceships. I decided to take the black and white part out of it. Patrick Stewart with a sword. This is one of my first ones. As a matter of fact, I have other examples of Patrick Stewart with the sword. Patrick Stewart with the sword. That it? Thought I had more. Now here's a large version of one of the cutaway ships. I love that. Patrick Stewart with a sword. Now, this is some upscaling of some of the other renders. Now, this render I love it. It's beautiful. But it really doesn't say anything to me. It doesn't, I don't know. They're very beautiful and weird and abstract. And it was probably just about the style I was using. Now, a lot of times these models are built so that they can encompass, they can either be photoreal, or 3D render, or low count polygon, or one of them is even called Spielberg, and it just you can do almost anything with them. And if you put those types of specifics into Midjourney, you get those. Christina Hendricks. I said, give me Christina Hendricks in a bathing suit. And it only shows down to a certain point because that's what it's supposed to do. And I wanted to see exactly what it would do because before, about a month ago, when I first started futzing around with image generation, it would put not suitable for work things on there. So I wanted to make sure that I checked to see if it would do that again, and it didn't do it this time. I was very happy. Now, I decided to take my Christina Hendricks picture, and I took that picture and I put it back in to Midjourney, and I said, put this picture in the forest with vines, and it's at sunrise and blah, 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 and that's what it gave me. I don't like the way the eye on the left side looks. I don't like it at all. But all of the other detail and the idea. Now, I could take this idea and create my own and go out into the woods and create this myself with lights in the whole 9 yards. Find some foliage and get some stuff in the foreground, some stuff in the background. Good photography. And this was what happened. Really amazing. I love this. More variations on, as a matter of fact, that one down in the lower left hand corner is pretty cool looking. Pretty cool looking. More variations on my character. And remember, this isn't actually Christina Hendricks. This is a AI generated variation or variant of Christina Hendricks. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even have her body shape. It's just a woman. I need it. As a matter of fact, a lot of time with AI, you have to do things like, um, a lot of times with AI, you have to do things like give it something to latch onto so that you can expound upon that. And then this is more abstract art that I worked on. This is actually, I took a picture from my AI Playground account, which has Stable Diffusion 1.5 and 2.0, and it has Dolly 2 in it. And so I often go back and forth making pictures in Dolly 2. As a matter of fact, I have a lot more pictures over there, but I have only saved a few of them over to my regular account, and I will show you some of those in the next video. But it's because some of them just turned out weird, and this is an evolving thing. As a matter of fact, it evolves by the month, so be careful, y'all. This world is changing. And these are more variations. Okay, so the idea, I did not put her in this outfit. That's very interesting. So the outfit, and as a matter of fact, all I gave the AI was this, but it kept giving me pictures of her face. So I said, give me full body. And so it did, but it put her in a bathing suit. Sometimes it just comes up with stuff on its own. See, right there. This is another picture based on that same picture, right? As you can see, they're related. They're all related. And this picture, as a matter of fact, I really like this picture. And I find it fascinating that the AI knows exactly how to do this. I just do. More variations. I don't understand yeah, see? And you'll see in this picture, she's really screwed up in the face. The AI did not form her face correctly. But in the background, so if you think if it's going to form the face from the background picture, nope. I don't know why. This was me prompting a superhero thing. I didn't think that they'd give me a Batman, but whatever. And as you can see, I said Marvel Comics, and I fed it a picture from London that I took, and of a part of the London skyline, and it took those pictures and created that in the background. As you can see, all of these are very similar, and on water and the whole 9 yards. Mother Nature. Do I have to say any more? Mother Nature. More Mother Nature. More Mother Nature. As a matter of fact, that's Mother Nature also. I was like, wait a minute. This was in the style, this is in the comic book style, in the style of Art Adams. He's a amazing artist, but it's in the style, it's not him. And it just uses a lot of the aesthetics that he would use. It's just, I can't believe how close it is to it. That looks like, it's just amazing. These are all, and these are variations on the older Mother Nature with her cynicism about the way that the world is the way the earth is being treated. Cynicism right there. This is another experiment of me trying to get Storm right. And I think I did it. And there, that is the most, now that looks like lightning is coming from her hands and lighting her face up. That kind of too. And this gives me a little bit of a Shuri from Black Panther thing. And I hope that they find an actress, an African actress that looks like this or that. If I find just one, that's amazing right there. These look like photos that I took of these actresses. Look at that with that crazy teeth. I love it. Beautiful woman with crazy teeth. This one was interesting, but it is photorealistic. So here's the prompt. Beautiful black woman with white hair and blue eyes in a desert during a thunderstorm and in a desert during a thunderstorm and with lightning coming out of her eyes and her hands. And it did not like the lightnings coming out of her eyes and her hands. So it didn't really do that. But it did kind of give her lightning on her face on several of these. And some of them, the beauty is very hard beauty, you know? And then I even experimented. I said, okay, take that picture and give me 3 friends of hers. And it just popped in these 3 people. I couldn't believe it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my Midjourney to AI. That's it. I think I called it Midjourney several times, but it's Midjourney. Midjourney. And if you need to know how to do that, I say you should go look up a person called the Prompt Muse. She's a very nice lady, and she taught me a whole lot of stuff about how to prompt things correctly. As a matter of fact, I will leave a link to her channel in the description. All right, have a good day, and love the camera that you're with.